Oh, what to do? What to do?
What to do?
I don't know, man. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
What's on your mind, Jemima? Come on, you can tell me. I'm a good listener. Well, I'm an okay listener. I mean, I might insert my thoughts throughout you talking at random times. Sometimes I'll sidetrack the conversation to make it even less relevant. Occasionally, if what you're saying is too interesting, I'll try to upstage you by saying something even more interesting that pertains to myself. And I don't really listen. I might catch half of what you say, but I'm an okay listener. Go ahead.
I think I'm good.
Suffer with us. Show us that you care.
You came up with those lyrics out of nowhere.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you a nickel. It doesn't cost a dime.
It's audio ducking with Hawk and Jemima.
Yeah. Okay, but seriously, what's wrong?
I don't know. I guess I'm just feeling kind of gross.
Gross?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at me. I haven't really been taking care of myself. My fingernails are extra long.
You're what?
My fingernails.
You have wings. You're not supposed to have fingernails.
Exactly. And the other day, I stood on the wood floor for about 2 hours just thinking and concentrating and working, and apparently my toenails grow really fast because they grew into the wood. I've got really long toenails, man.
Uh-huh.
And my tail feathers, look how unkempt. Not to mention I spilled pasta sauce on my back the other day, and now there's staining all up and down my beautiful white feathers. I haven't showered in a week and a half. I don't know, I just feel gross.
Gosh, I thought I was supposed to be the stupid one. This all sounds very fixable. Here, have a pair of toenail clippers.
I don't need your toenail clippers, Hawk. I'm doing this on purpose. I saw it on Pinterest.
What?
It's called a low-effort Halloween costume. You basically just stop showering and stop taking care of yourself.
Oh, well, in that case, I guess I've been preparing for my low-effort Halloween costume all year. Because I never take care of myself. I haven't showered in probably a year. Also, fun fact, I have lice.
Uh-huh, great. Okay. Well, I'm just feeling a little self-conscious. Halloween's not for another week, and I don't really like walking around looking all icky.
Well, I mean, the only thing I'd be worried about are the toenails. You want to keep your toenails kind of, kempt.
Why do you say that? Specifically, I mean.
Well, when I was, back in, oh shoot. I don't really like to talk about it.
Well, I would love to hear.
Okay, fine, you convinced me. A while ago, I dipped my toes, no pun intended, into religion, as it would be. I started going to, what they called a choich.
A choich?
A choich. It was in New York, if that makes a difference.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, this choich I went to. I met this fun group of fellows. We all had a great time together. At least for the first month. And then all of a sudden, it kind of got less fun.
Why did it get less fun?
Well, I kind of quit cutting my toenails. And my toenails, when I would walk, would, scrape the floor. It would make sort of a scrape, scoot, scraping noise.
Uh-huh.
Type of noise.
I get it.
And all of the other guys in my choich started calling me. Started calling me. They started calling me.
Come on, spit it out.
They started calling me cricket feet.
Cricket feet?
Cricket feet! It was terrible, Jemima. Awful! The worst thing you can possibly imagine. The most utter form of humiliation. Like being tied to a pole in the middle of town, naked and covered in, I don't know, crabs. And the crabs keep pinching you and making you scream with a really shrill voice. That was that type of embarrassing. We've all been there.
I don't think I have been there, but continue.
Anyway, I walked in one night, my feet scraped across the floor. It made a
Okay, I get it with the noise. I get it.
Right. Okay, well, either way, it made that noise, and it sounded like a cricket. And one of the guys was like, "Is there a cricket in here?" And the other guy was like, "I don't think there is a cricket in here, but there could be. I don't know." And the third guy was like, "That's no f***ing cricket. That's Hunk's nasty ass toenails."
Wow, they said that word for word?
I'm paraphrasing. They said something about my feet. I don't know what it was. And I was like, yeah, I should probably cut them. I tried to turn it into a joke. And then one of the other guys was like, Cricket foot. And then the other guys started laughing, and Jemima, I don't stand down to humiliation. I don't stand down and let people pick at me. I went off on them. I am proud to say I went off on them.
I didn't mean to dig up all this, suppressed trauma, so let's just move on now.
Jemima, Cricket Foot, get back to the show.
Shut up, Hawk. Don't you have another show to be producing?
Yeah, I do. The one that is currently on air.
Well, then go produce it and leave us be.
That show is called Audio Ducking, and the people who are listening to Audio Ducking need to know the latest news and the weather, not about your choich trauma.
Well, needless to say, I ran out of that choich that night, and I never went back to that choich. Not the choich in New York, and not any other choich. I never went back to another choich again, because all I could think about was Cricket Foot, Cricket Foot, Cricket Foot. I blocked all of my quote-unquote friends, and I found out where they lived and left nasty notes in their mailbox and stole their mail for about 2 years. And then I accidentally stole some medical bills that were actually crucial to their life, and they got really sick and almost died. So I showed them at the hospital and was like, hey, and I was about to give them the medical bills they needed so they could survive, and they were like, what's up, Cricket Foot? And I ripped the medical bills in half, and then I ate them, and then I ran out of the hospital crying. So yeah.
That was a lot of information.
I think I caught like half of that. Just get back to the show.
Well, now that I've told you, don't use it against me. If you ever call me Cricket Foot, expect me to be trembling under the desk.
Okay, right. Well, anyway.
Well, hey, everybody!
Oh, great. Our sound man Kyle has decided to infiltrate the microphones. Kyle, you're supposed to be in the back of the room, ready with sound effects if we need them, which we won't.
Well, I couldn't help but overhear Cricket Foot's dilemma. Don't call me Cricket Foot. You know, Hawk, whenever somebody calls you a name, the best thing you can do to get back at them is fully take on the identity of that name.
That is terrible advice. No.
You see, when I was in high school, somebody called me a moron. Now look at me. The best thing you can do is prove them right. You might be onto something.
No, he's not on to anything. He might be on something, but he's not on to anything.
It works even better when it's Halloween. One year in September, a friend of mine called me a... Then guess what I went as for Halloween? My morbid curiosity is insisting you show me a picture of that costume.
Morbid curiosity? More like unbridled idiocracy. Look, we gotta get back to the show.
I think Kyle's the only one thinking straight here.
Excuse me?
Kyle, that is a genius idea. I'll just go as a Cricket Foot for Halloween.
Huh?
I'll dress up like a big old Cricket Foot, and then I'll go knock on the doors of every one of my old friends from choich and say, hey, guess what? You're right. In your face. Suck Cricket Foot.
Uh-huh.
On a different, somewhat related note, there is nothing like Cricket Foot soup. That is delicious.
Well, where are you going to find a store that sells a costume of a cricket foot? What even is a cricket foot? Don't crickets just have one long, spindly, needly leg that ends in a point?
Well, maybe I'll go as the whole cricket leg. Ooh, a sexy cricket leg. In leggings, like the lamp from that Christmas movie.
Huh?
My choich friends did always tell me I looked good in leggings.
Why did you...
We were very close. Regardless, best part about this cricket leg costume, if I can cover up everything but, a couple of holes for my eyes and my beak and obviously one for my tail, because that's gonna breathe, I can probably get away with trick-or-treating. Going up to the doors and taking the candy that would otherwise belong to the children who have been looking forward to this all year.
Don't you do that anyway?
Well, yeah, technically. I try, but they don't always give me candy. They say I'm too old. In fact, I went one year, and the lady who was handing out candy was like, hey, you basement dweller, get out of here. And so next year, I dressed up like a basement dweller. Hold up, I've actually been living the Kyle principle all along. You'll need a tailor to make you the cricket leg outfit, and I know just who to call.
You called?
I was about to. This is Baby Jacob. I'm his assistant, Smock. Oh, yeah, how could I forget? Hey, Smock.
How's it going, Kyle? Jemima? Cricket Foot?
Stop calling me Cricket Foot. Right. You know what? Yep, I am Cricket Foot, and I'm going to take on that identity fully.
Oh, brother.
These two have tailored my best outfits. Baby Jacob, Smock, do your thing.
Well, Cricket Foots are a very popular costume this year.
They're a very popular costume this year? Year?
Very popular.
Very popular? Very popular?
Exceedingly so.
Why, just today, me and Smock tailored 2 other cricket foot costumes, which isn't a lot, but it's still strange it happened 3 times.
Why would anybody dress up like a cricket foot for Halloween? What an oddly specific thing to do.
How long is it gonna take you to make this costume?
If you just stand still, it won't take very long.
Oh, mate, it'll take approximately 1 song. Gotta have a snip and a cut and a fold right there. Gonna hide all that yellow wavy hair.
Gotta sew a knee in the leg. Cricket has to squat so it can lay eggs.
Wow, keep the needle from my eye. When I get impaled, I start to cry.
Trying to make a bird look like a cricket foot. It's not a thing I've ever tried to do.
With a stitch and a fold right there.
I think we're done, it is true. Oh, mate, grab your mirror. I don't have one handy. Let me get my phone out and I'll pull up the camera app. It's as good as a mirror.
Even if you hate it, you still have to pay, because you're already wasted
part
part
of
of
our
our day.
Ah, here we go. Let me take a look. Oh, wow, it looks terrible. How does this read cricket leg? It looks like a log. I'm not dressing up like a log for Halloween.
You still have to pay us for our services.
I will do no such thing. You can take the costume back. This is stupid. Kyle, you said these are your best tailors. Are you blind?
Well, you see, some bully called me blind 20 years ago, and I had to live up to it.
Okay, Jemima, you were right. You don't have to take on the identity of what people call you.
Well, I hope you learned a lesson, because now you're down $600 and you have a costume you can't use.
I'm not paying them.
Oi, mate, you're paying me.
Okay, fine. Here's your money. Well, I guess at the end of the day, if we really did take on the identities of what people call us, I would have to be stupid, because you've called me stupid plenty of times, Jemima.
Uh-huh. Right.
And you would have to be an even bigger than you already are, because I call you that all the time. Hey, stop
You like
letting go!
death, cricket foot? You like death, cricket foot?